Hello, happy Sunday, happy monthly reset. It is February 1st. It is a Sunday that is so satisfying to me. I know that many places have Monday starts, and technically I have a Monday start now too, but deep down, for me, Sunday will always be the start of a new week, the refresh day. So anyway, I started planning yesterday for February. Well, I started before that, but I did do my kind of bullet journal reset page with my to-do list generally kind of for February, and also kind of planning out the first block of the project that I will be embarking on in February, which is a kind of conglomeration project that right now I am just calling 75 something, because it is basically a combination of 75 soft and 75 fluent. So if you're not familiar, the brief crash course is that 75 soft is a modification of the program 75 hard. I don't know the name of the guy who started it. I don't care. It's a very intense fitness, quote unquote, mental toughness program. I don't have any interest in doing it. To me, it is way too intense. 75 soft is basically you modifying that. There's kind of typical ways that people modify it, but it is incorporating good habits over 75 days where you're supposed to do the same thing every day. Someone named Logan James, I believe, created something called 75 Fluent, which I will link, and that is basically the same concept, but instead of with fitness or wellness things, it is with language things. So I'm just creating kind of a blend, because although I like the idea of 75 fluent, there are like more wellness oriented goals that I also want to incorporate that are more important to me. So I'm just doing my own thing. With all of that preamble, the thing that I'm doing most differently about the 75 something project is that I want to build on habits. So instead of doing the same thing for 75 days, I am also going to be incorporating some of the idea behind the 12-week year, where you have blocks of time and you do different things during those blocks of times, except I'm just going to be building hopefully on the habits. So the first block, 6,000 steps or do yoga. And by yoga, I do not mean that I have to do some kind of like really intense hour-long hot yoga class or whatever. Just some amount of stretching, doing yoga poses to, move. My ultimate goal is 8,000 steps, so I think in the next block I will be aiming for 8,000 steps a day, but I have noticed that I pretty regularly do get 6,000. It's only on certain days that I do not, and so that's where I'm starting out to make sure that I'm getting to that habit of just literally almost every single day getting those 6,000 steps, and then in block 2 we will move that to 8,000. Next is 45 minutes of studying a day, and that can be in Spanish or in German, or obviously some combination. I think ideally it would be about 30 minutes Spanish, 15 minutes German, but however it works out is fine. I'm sorry I'm so out of breath. I have a cold, if that's not obvious. Third goal is 30 minutes of reading a day, and for this, it is reading physically. It can be on an e-reader or whatever, and it can also be manga or whatever, but it does need to be reading words with my eyes. I do have a reading streak that I'm trying to maintain, and that one counts audiobooks, but this one I do want it to be physically reading, and meditate. So for block 1, those 4 things are what I will be tracking every day. My intentions in general for the month are to enjoy the month. I have noticed that when I do regularly do the things that I enjoy and value in life, like these things, I enjoy it a lot more. Crazy how that works out. I have an intention to feel like I'm investing in myself and in other people. I do well with the first one. I don't always do well with the second one. And I want to maintain my not watching YouTube challenge, at least not in the typical way in which I watch it, until February 17th, which is when the month will be up, month of not watching YouTube. Then my to-do list. I have 3 books that I want to finish. 2 of them are my February book club books, which are linked below. I want to watch a movie in every language that I'm studying, so Spanish, Portuguese, and German. I have already finished a movie in German. and it is February 1st. So I started the game Fire Emblem Three Houses yesterday on my Nintendo Switch, and I want to keep playing that. In the past 3 or 4 months, I really haven't had a good habit of incorporating gaming well into my life, and I do really enjoy it, so I want to figure out a good way to balance that. I think the solution will be weekends. Weekends will be good gaming time, but I want to apply 4 or 5 jobs per week for when my teaching year is done. I'm trying to get ahead on that and really, research and apply targetedly to jobs. I want to go to 2 events. I'm trying to do 3 cultural things per month, whether those are museums, events, whatever. But mostly I've just been going to museums, so I'm trying to make sure that this month I go to 2 events. And I want to finish the 2023 Radio Ambulante episodes. I have maybe 17 left or something like that. So that is the February plan. I do feel like this could be a really good month, hopefully. I am also still in my no-buy. This month I did really well overall. I did buy 1 book, but it was for book club. I have a plan to buy 1 body care thing this month as well. That's it. That's all the plans that I have. I felt like I had something else that I was going to say, but if I did, I've completely lost it. So here's to a good February for everyone. Fuck ICE. Definitely look into ways to get involved against whatever authoritarianism or societal problem you would like to take on in your personal day-to-day life. And I will see you in the next video.